How men are doubling their testosterone without TRT. Everyone wants to put you on testosterone replacement therapy. The clinics, the anti-aging doctors, the guy at your gym. Just pin twice a week. Game changer. The moment you start TRT, your body stops producing its own testosterone. Your testicles shrink, your HPTA axis shuts down. You're now a patient for life, traveling with needles, monitoring hematocrit, managing estrogen, worrying about fertility, and for what? Because nobody bothered to figure out why your testosterone crashed in the first place. We've helped men double, even triple their natural testosterone. No needles, no dependency, no shutting down natural production. Let me show you exactly how. First, understand what's actually stealing your testosterone. There are 8 major thieves, and you're probably dealing with at least 5 of them. Thief number 1, sleep deprivation. Every hour of sleep under 7 hours reduces testosterone by 15%. Think about that. If you're sleeping 5 hours, your testosterone is 30% lower than it should. Not because you're aging, but because you're not sleeping. But it's not just about quantity, it's quality. Sleep apnea, even mild, destroys testosterone. Your oxygen drops, cortisol spikes, and testosterone production halts. We had a client, Marcus, testosterone at 290, got him a sleep study, severe apnea, CPAP machine for 3 months. Testosterone hit 580, no drugs, just oxygen. Thief number 2, chronic stress. Your body has a choice, make testosterone or make cortisol. It can't do both efficiently because they share the same precursor. When you're stressed, pregnenolone gets shunted towards cortisol production. Testosterone production stops. This is why type A successful men have the lowest testosterone. They're literally choosing stress hormones over sex hormones. Every deadline, every conflict, every sleepless night planning is all stealing testosterone. We fix this with adaptogens, ashwagandha, rhodiola, phosphatidylserine. We implement stress management protocols to regulate the nervous system and enhance stress resilience. We work directly with the vagus nerve, your body's stress regulation switch, to optimize tolerance to even the most intense stress loads. We optimize your cortisol rhythm. When cortisol normalizes, testosterone rebounds, often dramatically. Thief number 3, insulin resistance. When your insulin is chronically elevated, it suppresses testosterone production at the Leydig cells in your testicles. Your balls literally stop working when insulin is high. This is why overweight men have low testosterone. Not just because fat contains aromatase, but because insulin resistance that comes with excess weight directly suppresses testosterone production. Fix insulin sensitivity and testosterone rises. We use berberine, chromium, alpha-lipoic acid, and myo-inositol. We implement strategic carb cycling. We time nutrients around insulin sensitivity. We program training to quickly pull glucose from the blood and increase receptor sensitivity in the muscle tissues so that the body recycles glucose fast and efficiently. When we do this, testosterone production quickly follows. Thief number 4, nutrient deficiencies. Testosterone production requires nutrients: zinc, magnesium, vitamin D, B vitamins. Most men are deficient in all of them. Zinc is crucial for testosterone synthesis, but too much zinc depletes copper, which you also need for hormone production. Balance matters. We test everything. We supplement precisely. Vitamin D3 is actually a hormone, not just a vitamin, and it's required for testosterone production. Men with D3 levels under 30 have significantly lower testosterone. We target 60 to 80. Testosterone quickly follows. Magnesium is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions, including testosterone production. Most men are deficient because modern soil is depleted. Coffee depletes it further. Stress burns through it. We replace it, testosterone rises. Thief number 5, environmental toxins. Xenoestrogens mimic estrogen in your body, suppressing testosterone and feminizing your hormone profile. We teach you to eliminate these. Glass, not plastic. Natural personal care products, organic food when possible. Every toxin you eliminate allows testosterone to rise naturally. And don't be fooled by those who tell you that all of this chemical exposure isn't a problem and we shouldn't concern ourselves with it. Average testosterone levels have decreased by more than 50% in the last 50 years, with sperm counts following a very similar trajectory of 52%. If we keep listening to these people, we're looking at test tube babies by the year 2050 based on the current data. Thief number 6, excess body fat. Fat contains aromatase, which converts testosterone into estrogen. The fatter you get, the more testosterone you lose. But here's the cruel irony. Low testosterone makes you store more fat. It's a vicious cycle. Breaking the cycle requires more than just eat less, move more. It requires fixing the hormones in alignment with reductions in body fat. Without this, most men never get there. When we optimize thyroid, reduce cortisol, improve insulin sensitivity, and support testosterone, the fat falls off without feeling like you're drawing blood from a stone for every pound lost. Then testosterone rises further. Positive cycle replaces negative. Thief number 7, overtraining. This one surprises people. Excessive exercise, especially chronic cardio, destroys testosterone. It spikes cortisol, increases inflammation, and suppresses hormone production. We see this in marathon runners, CrossFit addicts, guys training 6 days a week. They're literally training themselves into low testosterone. We pull them back. Strategic training, proper recovery, testosterone rebounds. Thief number 8. Digestive issues. The parietal cells in the stomach produce gastric juices essential for breaking down food into a form that can be absorbed in the small intestines. This process is compromised in most men. We need this process to absorb key nutrients like iron, B12, and zinc. And we already spoke about the importance of zinc in testosterone synthesis. We also need this process to prevent further downstream issues in the small intestines that leads to a breakdown in gut barrier function, intestinal permeability, or leaky gut as it's often referred, and chronic and systemic inflammation, which breaks the body down from the inside out and directly damages the Leydig cells in the testes. Now, how do we double testosterone naturally? It's a systematic process. Step 1, remove the thieves, every single one. This alone can increase testosterone by 50 to 100% in men. Step 2, optimize sleep, not just 8 hours. Quality sleep. We use magnesium glycinate, L-theanine, ashwagandha. We optimize room temperature, darkness, and sleep timing. We screen for and treat sleep apnea. This can add another 30 to 50% testosterone. Step 3, strategic supplementation, not random testosterone boosters from GNC. Targeted nutrients based on your actual deficiencies. D3 with K2, magnesium glycinate, zinc picolinate balanced with copper, boron, DIM for estrogen metabolism, and even your typical test boosters like Tonka Ali or terkestrol, but only when the mechanism of action with these supplements matches the individual root cause of the issue. This can add another 20 to 30%. Step 4, dial in your nutrition, not just calories and macros, specific foods that support testosterone. Whole eggs, cholesterol is the precursor to testosterone. Grass-fed beef, zinc and saturated fat, cruciferous vegetables, DIM for estrogen balance, Brazil nuts, selenium. This adds another 15 to 20%. Step 5, strategic training, not chronic cardio, not overtraining, heavy compound lifts, squats, deadlifts, bench press, short, intense sessions, proper recovery, functional movement patterns creating postural alignment. All of this stimulates testosterone production without creating excessive stress. Another 10 to 15%. Step 6, stress management. This isn't meditation and yoga, though those can help. It's about managing your nervous system, heart rate variability training, breath work, adaptogens, creating boundaries, delegating, saying no. When stress drops, testosterone rises another 20 to 30%. Step 7, gut health optimization. Your gut bacteria produce and metabolize hormones. Dysbiosis destroys testosterone. We test your gut, eliminate pathogens, restore beneficial bacteria. Support with prebiotics and probiotics. Use things like colostrum, butyrate, and glutamine to repair permeability of the gut lining and control the inflammatory response. And reset digestive processes from the top down. Brain, mouth, stomach, small intestines, large intestines. This can add another 20% at least. Real life examples. Martin, 65, testosterone at 320, about to go down the medical route. 4 months later, 780. No TRT, just systematic optimization. Darren, 42, testosterone at 280, thinking that TRT was his only option. 9 months later, testosterone at 720, naturally, while looking like this. Craig, 41, testosterone at 410, felt terrible despite being normal. 8 months later, testosterone's at 890. Energy through the roof, lost 13 kilos while building muscle. Sex drive like he was 25. These aren't outliers. This is what happens when you address the root cause instead of just replacing hormones. The TRT industry doesn't want you to know this. They want lifetime customers, dependent patients, recurring revenue. We want you optimized naturally, sustainably, without dependency. Our goal is not to make you lifelong customers, it's to give you back control so you can live the next 2 to 3 decades as the best version of yourself, rather than feeling like a shadow of what you once were. Your body isn't broken, it's been hijacked by modern life. And if you click subscribe, I'll show you exactly how to take it back.